Thank you, brother. It's always good to be on here. And I just want to make a clarification. Turn my fireplace on. I don't have a gas fireplace. We do it the real way with real wood here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I should have clarified that. That's right.
We're not city slickers out here.
We're not city slicker. No,
you know what I mean?
No, he's not. That's right. Well, it's good to see you, buddy, as always, and we're glad you're with us tonight. I want to welcome our D-Live audience. This may be your first official Monday Night Spiritual Smackdown with Mark Taylor. This show is not a regular Mac Files broadcast. This is part of the Mac Files, but this is a spiritual discussion. So we're asking you to try to behave yourself out there in D-Live. But Periscope and YouTube, welcome tonight. Facebook, welcome there too as well. We're just glad everybody's with us tonight, no matter what outlet you're listening to us on. And all over this world tonight, I was noticing YouTube, several people are chiming in overseas again tonight, Mark. It's always a blessing to get these overseas people. It really is. Buddy, the big news today, I want to start off with the Virginia situation simply because I think it's the answer to prayer. Honestly, a lot of people thought a lot more was going to go on there today. And look, it's not for the lack of the media trying. Breitbart had like 5 or 6, 7, 8 articles just overnight. Over the weekend of MSNBC, CNN, the New York Times calling these pro-gun rally folks, and I think I saw a figure almost 500,000 today. I mean, it was an unusual number. I may get that number wrong. I'm going to try to track that number down for tonight. But it was a
lot of people.
A lot of folks there, without a doubt. But they tried to frame that as being a white nationalist, KKK, redneck, white redneck rally, when basically all it was a group of people that was concerned about the Second Amendment, and especially about this latest gun grab by Northam, this ungodly governor in Virginia. And they were just really trying to exhibit their rights. They were trying to bring awareness to the Second Amendment in Virginia. And again, the media tried to stoke it, Mark, as they always do. And thank God nothing happened today. I got several emails from people that live in Virginia, around the Richmond area, and they were very happy that for the most part there was no major criminal activity and no arrests, nothing like Charlottesville. I personally believe that's what the media wanted today. I do. I believe that's what the left wanted. I think that's what a lot of Democrats wanted. Truth be told, it's what Northam wanted. Because if he could have something like that happen, then this gun grab becomes even more easy to do. Whereas he can go out and say, well, these nut-wing right people, you look at this, what happens when we give them a platform, boom, we have all this racist violence. So, look, I just thank the Lord for this tonight. And it was a play, it was a ploy, without a doubt. There's no doubt about it. And, that's how I feel about it. I'm just glad nothing happened, but it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse today there in Virginia.
Could have been a lot worse. We prayed about it on the show before we said goodbye last week. We were binding the spirits of chaos over Virginia. We did loose civil war in the enemy's camp in the spiritual realm. So to divide them. So, I mean, what actually happened today? I tweeted this out a little earlier tonight. I said, wow, imagine that. All those armed citizens, they were armed up there.
Yeah.
They were armed. All those armed citizens. Not one person was shot.
Not one.
Not one person was injured at today's rally in Virginia. It's not guns that kill people. It's the heart of man that kills. And I said, more are killed by drunk drivers than guns. Are we going to confiscate cars?
Yeah.
Are we going to go back to prohibition?
Yeah.
Because look, all it would take to go back and start confiscating cars, put us back in horse and buggies. Next thing you know, you run over a guy with your horse and buggy and kill him. They're going to start confiscating that, and everybody's on foot. You walk over somebody, you stomp them to death with your sneaker, you're barefooted. You know what I mean? At what point do they stop, brother?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
At what point do they stop? That's the most ridiculous thing about it. And here's the nice thing about the Patriots up there. There's actually video of these guys on Twitter picking up trash.
Yes.
After the event, you know what I mean? It's cleaning up if there was any mess. You're not going to see that with Democrats. You're not going to see that with this. You're going to see trash littered all over the place. It was ridiculous. Now, here's the other thing I want to talk about. I just wrote it down while you were sitting there talking. Didn't Northam declare a state of emergency?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Now, why would he do that? Because I think there's a part of him that bit off more than he can chew, and he was scared to death that armed patriots were going to be outside the Capitol. Guys, this is why they want to take our guns, period, right here. Because they're scared to death of an armed uprising. And they can't control you as long as you're armed. That should be proof right there that he declared a state of emergency. Now, I also tweeted out, I think it was, the other day, 3 days ago. I said, if you're going to Virginia on Monday, you need to be careful.
That's right.
Because this could be a huge trap. Now, they were busting people in. We saw the buses coming in. And my question is, who bust them in? Where was the money coming from? We can just imagine. So I said, this could be a trap. I said, we need to be praying about this. The deep state will use every weapon of their warfare in 2020 to cause chaos and keep Trump out of the White House. I said, use wisdom and discernment. In other words, don't engage with these people if they try to start trouble. Get it on video, whatever the case may be. And lo and behold, the prayers of the Patriots worked. They were up there. Any mess that was cleaned up, it was there. It was gone. You know what I mean? And I mean, it was beautiful as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't have been any better.
Couldn't have been any better. And, look, Mark, these things have a way, of working. I feel good tonight because, look, nobody wants to see anybody hurt. Look, there were rumors as late as last night. Antifa was because of that simple interview that he gave at that radio station here about 6 months ago. And they point blank asked him, because this was when the argument was going on. So let me tell you the individual that tweeted that out, Virginia did elect him. And, folks, that's why you don't want a Democrat electing and running your state. President Trump tweeted that out Saturday. He literally said, Sunday, he said, look, or Friday night, he said, Virginia, your 2A amendment is under siege. And he literally said that. That's why you don't elect Democrats. So let Virginia be a lesson to the country tonight. We got to get out and vote, Mark. Got to get out and vote and do our part. And look, I'm agreeing with you because you brought this up a few weeks ago, and I'm not trying to diminish the voter fraud because the Lord's dealt with you about this, and He's told you that it's a problem, that we need to really be on top of the voter fraud. I get that. But I think we need to be on top of the voter apathy, too. I think that both are playing a role in some of these races. And Virginia, it is what it is. And you've got him till whenever he gets out of office. That's just my take on it. Now, I don't mean to ruffle anybody's feathers on a Monday night, but that's how Chris sees it. He didn't fall out of heaven on a pixie dust train. He got elected.
Well, here's the thing, is that we got voter fraud going on in every state, every
Absolutely.
City, every county. You know what I mean? So this has got to be addressed at some point. Now, was he voted in by the people? I don't know. They'd have to go back, check the books, check the voter logs. I mean, all this stuff. Do an investigation to find out. But this is what the Lord told me. He says, you don't have as many blue states and blue zones as you think you do because of the voter fraud, electoral fraud that's going on. Now, we can go into some of this here in a minute, right, if you want to, because this kind of leads to some of the other stuff here. Now, you talked about 50 million evangelicals did not vote, right? We all know that. And so do we really want some of those evangelicals voting?
Probably not.
Especially some of the ones we've been exposing.
Probably not.
Do we want the Beth Moores of the world actually voting?
That's a good point.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Mm-hmm.
So what we need are hardcore conservative, you know what I mean? Christians, evangelicals that are going to vote the right way.
I'll agree.
Totally agree. If you're a part of the New World Order Church, forget it. Because these guys are going to be voting against us. We've already seen this. And Rick's to go over some stuff right now in a minute. And so anyhow, we've got voter electoral fraud going on. And, I'm just very careful and very guarded about saying this state voted for this person, that because I really don't know unless God has shown me something. Because I know that, California, I believe California went red for Trump. That's just my personal opinion. I was this close to prophesying it was going to go red for Trump. And the problem is that it's so bad, the voter fraud is, you know what I mean? They're the ones that are capturing these states. Now, if the governors of every state would buck up and start an investigation into their large cities in every state, like Orlando, and I'm going to go over some of this stuff here in a minute, okay? I got some stuff here. I'm going to lay down on some people here. And if they would start investigating this voter fraud, you could turn the states red like that because these cities are the ones that are dictating the entire state. Case in point, I flew to a TV show up there in Illinois, and the driver was a Christian, and he said, dude, all of Illinois is red, pretty much, except for Chicago.
Absolutely.
And you've got one blip on the map that is dictating what the entire thing.